Quick video on setting up Orca Easy Torch. This is how they come. Got instructions here, and this is what you get. You get your hose, put that to one side. You get your regulator. I had a choice of regulators. I chose the one to run on the little 1 pound bottles of propane. You can get a regulator that runs off the bigger propane bottles, 20 pound bottles, that kind of thing. But this is what I want, because I can, these are cheap and they're handy. It makes you real portable, and I can refill these things. But I'll be doing a video on refilling them soon. So you get your torch itself. Here you get the torch itself, and it comes with 3 nozzles. This is the small nozzle that's in there. You also get 2 more nozzles. So you get the small, medium and large. I'm going to be playing with the large today, so I'll set that one up. Just screw in your nozzle. Don't over tighten them, because you can mess up your torch if you over tighten them, make it real difficult for yourself to switch out your tips, nozzles. Just put all this to one side and we'll get on with setting up the torch. Okay, so you've got your hose, and you'll see one side swivels pretty easily. That's the side that goes onto your torch, and the other side, although it turns because it's just nipped into the rubber there, it turns, but it's not free like that. And if you notice, the one is bigger than the other. So the smaller side is the one that's turning freely. Connect that to your torch. Okay, so lefty loosey, righty tighty. So turn your nut or your torch to the right. I'm just going to leave that loose for now, just so I can show you what it looks like if you have a gas leak. Alright, and the other end, screw your regulator on. I'm using a couple of spanners. Use a spanner or a adjustable spanner, depending on what you call them and which country you're in. So you just nip them up tight. Now, before you start working, screw your regulator on to your gas bottle, your propane bottle. Make sure your regulators are turned off. So righty tighty, right is off. Same with your torch head, right is off. Make sure they're off. Alright, get your bottle and your regulator and screw your bottle on. Just be careful that you're not cross-threading or anything like that, and just nip it up firmly. Okay, so to check for gas leaks, again, make sure your torch head is off and turn on your regulator. Yeah, you'll hear the gas go in there. So I like to open it up all the way. Soapy water and a squirty bottle. That's all it is. Soapy water. Spray on your connection, and if you have a gas leak, it'll be obvious. It'll bubble up. That side is good. Alright, this side, I'm going to purposely give it a little gas leak just for demonstration. See how it's bubbling there? Big bubbles. It's really obvious you've got a gas leak. So if you've got a gas leak, turn off your regulator just to minimize any accidents. Get your spanners and just nip it up tightly, firmly, not over tight. And turn on your regulator, yeah, and check it again. Okay, putting loads on here, no bubbles, just clean off all your soapy water you've just sprayed everywhere. It's also a good idea to check on your tank connection for a gas leak. No gas leak, I'm good to go. After you've used your torch, you're supposed to disconnect your regulator from the tank. Make sure your regulator's turned off. Now there's going to be some gas in your torch line. I don't worry about that, but if you are worried, then just open up your regulator on your torch until the gas stops coming out. It's only the gas that's in the line. But like I say, I don't worry about that. When it comes to disconnecting your tank, there's gonna be a little bit of pressure of the gas. But like I say, make sure your regulator's in the off position and just unscrew your tank, and you'll hear a poof. There you go. That's it. That's the safe way. When you're finished using your torch for the day, that's a safe thing to do. I'm going to screw it back on and show you how to light your torch, or how I light my torch anyway. And before you use your torch, make sure your torch is not facing anything flammable. So I don't want to be facing this direction at all. And keep it away from your gas tank, keep it away from your hose line. Right, I'll just turn you guys around and show you how I do it. So you've got your regulator turned on your bottle. Yeah, you can use these things. I just use an ordinary lighter most of the time. But that's just me, you know. You do whatever you're comfortable with. I guess these are safer, I suppose, because your hand is further away from the flame. That allows more or less air in it. So if it's screwed to the right all the way, it's going to allow the maximum amount of air in through these holes here. So I like to have that turned right down. Just turn on your gas slightly. Make sure there's nothing flammable in front of you. Alright, just crack open the gas and light her up. Increase the gas slowly, and I like to increase the air slowly too, till you get the flame that you're happy with, that you want to work with. The more you open it, the more air that's going to be going in, so the hotter it's going to burn. Yeah. If you increase the amount of gas, your flame's going to get bigger. Increase the amount of air, it's going to get hotter. have a little play with it. Get used to it. Get the flame that you want for the job that you're doing at the time. So if it's your first time using one of these torches, just get a feel for it. And that's it, you're ready to work basically. Turn it off, turn it to the right. Now this is hot. Don't go grabbing it. Careful what you put it down on. I put it down on, I've got fire bricks set up here. I'll just rest it on the fire brick there. Yeah, safety. Just think safety all the time when you're using torches like this. And if you're not using it, remember, turn off your regulator. Righty tighty, righty turns it off. So that's it, just a quick little video on the Orca torch. It's a great little torch. I had one years ago back in the UK, but now I'm living in the US. I had to get another one. They're so handy for so many things. Another good torch that I like, just as a bonus, this is nothing to do with the Orca, but it's a very cheap torch, and it uses the same gas canisters, the same propane. It's the Bronzomatic outdoor utility torch. I use this for all kinds of things. I mean there's uses for starting campfires, lighting grills, that kind of thing. I use it for a whole lot more than that. I use it to warm up my molds for casting and all kinds of stuff. It's a great little torch, and of course you're using the same gas canisters. I'll just spark this one up. It has electronic ignition. It doesn't burn anything like as hot as the Easy torch, but it's just such a useful little torch. Such a useful little torch to have, you know, hanging around the workshop. But anyway, these torches, I'll put a link in the description for the torches and the little graphite mold if any of you are interested in that. That's it. Thanks for watching. Catch you later.